jazz guitar friends, Larry Tamanini here, Jazz Guitar Under 5 Minutes. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Hey, it's a Sunday. What better day to work on your rhythm changes chops? And no matter what skill level you're at, rhythm change is just going to be one of those things that always has like a maintenance thing or always learning different little nuances. And when I was starting out, the biggest challenge for me was playing over the bridge, keeping it going over those dominant chords. A lot of that was because I did not know how to properly weight dominant chords. The other was pretty much because I didn't have any vocabulary or phrasing or licks really under my fingers. So let's talk about 4 things that are really going to help you. 4 licks. Led Zeppelin's got 4 sticks. LT's got 4 licks. So check it out. We're going to start out in the key of D. Right? We've got a D7 there. And I like to call this the Joey DiFrancesco lick. Check it out. Right? There it is. The great Joey DiFrancesco. A lot of times I got a chance to hear him and I got a chance to play with Joey. And I learned so much from him. Just a complete master of jazz vocabulary. I mean, no one else like him, really. But check it out. Here's one thing that we can assimilate kind of quickly. You know, he's just going down, playing a bebop scale. Bebop, D, C sharp, C, B, chromatically. Next part, he's just going down the scale, resolving to the 9th. Then, you know, kind of makes it work. You go down to the D and you kind of repeat that. Right? Up to the 9, down to the 6, finally resolves to your 5th, right? And then I get perfect for this G, right? Now, I like to call the second line I play the Lee Morgan lick. Lee has a song called Speedball where he pretty much plays this lick. And really, he's just outlining a triad, right? If I'm in the key of G, I'm going to aim for G, D, and B. And what Lee's doing is he's going to approach that D by a C sharp, that B by a B flat, and he's going to resolve, and then I have this little line here. Kind of similar to the last line that we played, right? Because we play off a 5th, we have a flat 7, and then there's that 9th, right? Third lick, we have the slonimsky lick. If you've ever checked out the book of scales and melodic patterns, the very first thing you see is 2 triads, a tritone apart. So if I'm playing C, I have C, E, G, and then I have, in this case, we're just going to call it F sharp, A sharp, and C. I never like to say A sharp, but, you know, we're going to call it that. And then I'm going to just kind of loop that over just like that, right? 2 octaves. Last lick, I have the halfy-wholey, which is just a half whole scale. Right? If I'm going to get all those great altered notes in there. About flat 9, sharp 9. Right? There it is. And I want to resolve to that B flat, right? Whoops. All right, so check it out. Those licks are really, really important, and the essence of being a good improviser is playing with clarity, right? And there's no way to get more clarity than just playing straight vocab, right? So let's talk about just getting these licks under our fingers. Here's a great way to do that. We're going to just play them all in one key. Great to start with the first one, right? And then I'm going to play that Lee Morgan lick in the key of D, right? And I'm just aiming for that. I know that's just a half step from my 5th and a half step from my 3rd. And then I have the slonimsky lick, which is just a triad and a tritone. And I have my halfy-wholey. Right? We got that going. All right, maybe I want to try that in the key of G. Great. Right? Right, there's that line in G, right? Now, of course, I make it look easy, and, I should after playing guitar for 30 years. But, it takes a lot of time. So, like I said, I only have 5 minutes, but you can just take your time, stop, get those licks under your fingers. And think about it. If you can play all these licks in 4 different keys, then you have 16 licks, and then you can play a little bit of choose your own adventure bebop, right, over rhythm changes, and it makes it a lot more fun. And it makes it a lot more easier to negotiate those dominant chords. So all right, jazz guitar friends, if you made it this far, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I certainly appreciate it. Enjoy those licks.